What's going on, everyone? We are here for the Blue Collar Media Group official bracket selection night. We're already halfway through the second play-in game. Texas Southern winning the first one here tonight. But we've got 5 guys here from Bcmg to select the official bracket. I'm your host of the show, Kenneth Cotterill, from the Shoot or Shoot Basketball podcast. And so we'll do some quick intros for everyone, and then we're going to dive right into things and get this bracket selected. So firstly, he's the co-host of the Puckleheads podcast. That's just Paul. Paul, how you doing?
Great, buddy. Let's get this bracket done and get into watching some basketball this weekend.
Definitely. We've also got the co-host of the Frostbite podcast. That's Jet Folk. Jet, how you doing?
Good, man. I'm keeping a close eye on Drake right now because if they win this game, I might just ride them a little bit in this tournament.
Yeah, I'm definitely keeping an eye on that game as well. Big fan of that Drake team. So we'll see if they can pull it out against the Shockers. We also have the host of the Cordova College Corner. That's Davis Cordova. Davis, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great. Just hit the trifecta on the Texas Southern game on Tally site. So we started March Madness off right.
Good to hear. Be sure to go and check out Tally site. A lot of us are on there, putting in our picks. We have some really good records there for the year. So you're for sure going to want to check that out. And then we also have a writer for Bcmg rocking that gross North Carolina Tar Heels light blue. That's Jacob Carr. Jacob, how you doing, man?
I'm good. Thanks for having me. I know it's triggering you, but that's all good.
Yeah, I'm definitely triggered by.
I brought the balance. It's okay. I brought the balance.
Gross.
I didn't feel right putting on a Duke sweater today. I think it would just make me hurt even more that they're not in the tournament this year. So I left mine out. But today's episode is sponsored by Statement Games. Go check them out on statementgames.com. They are a free-to-play fantasy platform. They got prop bets. You pick 10 through 1 for a particular game, and you rank your prop bets based on how confident you are. You're set up in contests of 8 to 12 people, and if you finish in the top 3, then you leave with some tokens, and those tokens go towards gift cards for places like Under Armour, NFLshop.com. Be sure to go and check them out at statementgames.com. Shout out to Mark Salino, who was on my show a number of weeks ago, as well as ITL before. He does a great job over there at Statement Games. But we're going to dive right into things. We're going to be selecting the official Blue Collar Media Group bracket. We've done live calls over the last number of nights, breaking it all down for you. And now it's time to put our money where our mouth is. How much knowledge do we really have when it comes to this bracket? So we're going to dive right in, starting with that Gonzaga side of the bracket. I don't think a lot of analysis is needed here unless someone's got a real spicy take on Gonzaga dropping that first round game. Jet, I'll start with you. You rolling with Gonzaga?
Yep.
Jacob?
Yeah, easiest pick of the first round, I'd say.
Davis and Paul, I'm assuming you're also going Gonzaga here?
Yep.
There's no need to ask us, so you know.
Yeah.
We already know where we're rolling, so.
Because I was going to say, if we're really going to have Gonzaga, we could look like some geniuses here, and but it's clearly not looking that way. Then we head over to that 8-9 game. We've got Oklahoma and Missouri. I'll start things off. I'm going to pick Missouri here. Jet, I'll go to you next.
I'm also taking Missouri in this one.
Davis?
Oklahoma. Even without Davion Harmon, who just tested positive for COVID 2 days ago, they're actually 5-2 without their top 3 scorers. So give me the Sooners here.
Paul, who you rocking with here?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the better conference here. I'm going to go with Oklahoma.
Oh, Jacob, it's coming down to you, man. We got 2-2 split. So who are you going with between Missouri and Oklahoma?
Boomer Sooner. Give me
Boomer
Oklahoma in
Sooner. We're going with the 8 seed Oklahoma moving on. This is why you got to have 5 people, because if you had another one, you throw in another Missouri and then suddenly we're scrapping it out. Then we're heading over to that 5-12 game. Jacob, I'll go back to you first. Creighton or UC Santa Barbara?
This might be a little biased because of my, small school players to watch. And I just love their name, but give me the Gauchos. Give me the 12 seed in this one.
Ooh. Oh, sorry. I clicked on it already. Jeez. Jet, who you going with here?
I'm going to have to go with Creighton on this one. I think that they need to face a team that can rebound well to beat them, and I just don't think Santa Barbara's that team.
Paul, who you going with here?
I'm gonna stick with Jacob here. I like the 12-5 here. Creighton's been going on the downslide, and I like what that Santa Barbara team, what I saw out of them just in their conference championship there. So give me the 12-5 here. I'll take it.
Davis, who you going with?
The UC Santa Barbara Gauchos. Sweet 16,
Well,
baby.
then I guess my vote doesn't matter. We're going with the 12 seed here. First upset, I'm taking UC Santa Barbara as well for the record. So
yeah.
4-1 there as far as the 12 seed goes. Then we head over to that Virginia, number 4 seed, taking on Ohio. This is one I've seen in a lot of brackets as far as upsets go. Davis, I'll go to you first. Who you going with?
I'm going with Ohio. We don't know anything about Virginia at the moment. And I'm just going to go with the team that has more players, more full team at the moment.
Paul, who you going with?
I just don't like what Davis said. I just don't like what that mess with that COVID. I have the 12-13 here, so give me Ohio.
Jacob, I'll go to you next.
I'm going to go against the grain here. It does worry me with Virginia and their COVID cases. They're a bit of an unknown, but I will go with the Virginia Cavaliers in this one.
Jet, who you going with?
Too much of Ohio's success comes from one player, and Virginia preys on teams like that, so I'm going to take Virginia.
That leaves me with the tie-breaking vote here. I'm going to roll with my Canadian counterparts and take the 4 here. I think Virginia, as long as Huff and Hauser are playing, I see no issues with this game, so I'm going to go with Virginia. Then we'll head over to that 6-11. We've got USC taking on the winner of the game right now between Wichita State and Drake. I'm going to roll with USC either way. Jet, I'll go to you next.
I'm going to take Wichita State / Drake, assuming Drake wins this game.
Okay. Jacob, I'll go to you next.
I'm the same as you, Kenny. I got USC regardless. I know relying on one player doesn't really translate to tournament success that often. But I think Mobley and crew are going to be enough to get it done, at least in this first round.
Davis, I'll go to you next.
I got the Trojans in this one.
So, Paul, what would your vote have been?
I like the winner of this game out of this, but I get where you guys are coming from with SC. You know, they have the best player. I just don't know if his mind is on the tournament or on the NBA. You know,
that's fair for sure. I don't think his draft stock changes either way. So I get where you're coming from there. Everyone knows that Mobley is probably going to be in the top 5 picks. Unless he goes on to win a national title, then, I mean, I just don't see it affecting it very much. Then we head over to Kansas, the 3 seed taking on Eastern Washington. That's another team that's had a little bit of COVID scares. I'm still going to roll with Kansas in this one. Bill Self, I think, is too good of a coach to lose this Eastern Washington team. Paul, I'll go to you next.
Same. I'm rolling with the Jayhawks here. I know I don't want to mess with too much COVID stuff, but I don't know. Even without, you know, a couple players, they could still handle Eastern Washington.
Davis, I'll go to you.
Kenny, we don't throw around the Bill Self can get it done a lot, because I'm sure we all said that when they lost to Northern Iowa. But I am going to roll with Kansas, even though David McCormick has not practiced in 2 weeks. He will play, but give me KU.
Jet and Jacob, what would your votes have been? Jet, I'll go to you first.
Kansas.
Jacob?
Yeah, make it a clean sweep. Rock Chalk Jayhawk in this one.
Okay, so we got the clean sweep there. Then we head down to that 7-10. We've got Oregon taking on VCU. I'll start things off by rolling with VCU in this one. Jacob, who you got?
VCU. I want to see my buddy Nashawn Highland go off. Give me the Rams.
Jet?
I thought I was going to be a wild card here, but yeah, give me VCU.
Wow, already decided. Davis, who would you have gone with in this matchup?
Wow, I'm disappointed. I thought we were going to have a second round the upset with Oregon, but no, never mind. I had Oregon, so.
Okay. Paul, what about you?
I had Oregon, but I really think this depends on the officiating. I mean, if they call it ticky tack and close, then VCU's in trouble. So that's why I kind of want to stay away from that one.
I'm assuming we can roll with Iowa here, unless anyone's got a real hot Grand Canyon take.
No, but congrats to them. Like they've played well. Like
I think it's going to be a close game. I just don't see Luka Garza going out in the first round, and we haven't seen a 15 beat a 2 since 2016. So I'm just going to select Iowa unless I have any objections, which I'm assuming I don't. So we'll stay in this region. We'll get to the Final Four selection here. So starting with Gonzaga, Oklahoma. I'm rolling with the Zags here. Jet, I'll go to you.
Give me the Zags.
Jacob?
Zags.
Paul?
Zags.
Davis?
Even though Gonzaga is really good, they still would have beaten Oklahoma with David Harmon. So Gonzaga all the way.
Then we got that UC Santa Barbara taking on Virginia. Davis, I'll go right back to you.
I have UC Santa Barbara in the Sweet 16. So.
Okay. Paul?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll it out there. Like I said, I don't have Virginia anyway, so I have UC Santa Barbara there. So
we only need one for UC Santa Barbara to make the Sweet 16. Jacob, I'll go to you next.
Well, book it, because I am that one. Like Paul said, if they play Ohio, I think it's an easy one for them. But Virginia, nevertheless, give me the Gauchos.
Okay, Jet.
I would have had Creighton winning this game, so I'll take Virginia.
Okay.
I would have taken Virginia here, but it doesn't matter. UC Santa Barbara heading to the Sweet 16. Then we've got that USC Kansas game. Mobley going up against a good Kansas team, assuming they're all good to go. I'm going to roll with USC for the upset. Jet.
Sorry, I caught some leg there.
Okay, I got USC. Jet, to you.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, Jacob, I'll go to you.
I'm with you on this one, Kenny. I don't trust Kansas to make a deep run. I think, Mobley is the difference again. I got Trojans in the Sweet 16.
Paul?
Yeah, I'll roll with the Trojans with you guys because I had that Drake winner rounding out. I mean, we usually see one of those every year. One of those 11s makes a Sweet 16 run, so that's where I had it at.
Okay, Davis?
Hey, Paul, got a question. What was West Virginia's record against Kansas this year?
1-1.
Okay. No, I just totally forgot. Because I think West Virginia plays the same style as USC. So
SC, yeah.
That's why I was asking, because they have Culver down low, kind of like Evan Mobley. I'm going to roll with Kansas here, even though my vote doesn't count. I have Kansas.
Okay.
Jet, has your connection
Yeah, I
come
have
back?
Kansas as well.
Okay, so USC advancing with a 3-2 there. Then we've got that VCU Iowa game. I'm going with Iowa there. Jet, I'll go back to you.
It's an interesting game, but I think I'll go Iowa.
Okay, Jacob.
Yeah, I agree with Jet. I think it'll be closer than a lot of people predict, but I got Iowa moving on.
Okay, Davis.
I actually had Oregon here going to the Sweet 16, but I guess I'll just take VCU in their place.
Okay, Paul, what about you?
Yeah, Iowa, but I mean, they don't have a lot of ball handlers. They could get into some big trouble against that trap. I'll take Iowa, but that could be a very interesting matchup if it happens.
Okay, so that takes us to Sweet 16. Gonzaga, UC Santa Barbara. Does UC Santa Barbara shock the world and take down Gonzaga? I'm going to say no. Gonzaga there. Jet.
I would have Gonzaga beating Creighton here, so give me Gonzaga.
Jacob.
Yeah, I think the clock unfortunately strikes midnight on Santa Barbara's Cinderella run. Give me the Zags.
Paul, I'll go to you.
Same. Zags roll.
Davis.
Mark Few, Coach of the Year.
Okay, so we got Gonzaga there. Then we got a very interesting USC versus Iowa matchup, a potential Mobley versus Garza matchup. I'll start us off by taking USC for the upset. Jet, I'll go to you next.
Yeah, if it ends up being this game, I'll take USC.
Okay, Paul.
Man, it's just so tough. Man, I hate USC. Give me Iowa.
Okay, Davis. Okay, Jacob, I'll head over to you.
Hey, here we go.
Okay.
I got it.
Got you.
The reason I had Oregon beating Iowa is because Iowa's so beat up. They're very injured. I think Bohannon was injured during the Big Ten conference tournament. They also had another one go down in the regular season. So I'm going to take USC here.
Okay, Jacob, what would your vote have been?
I know it. Yeah, USC is moving on now, so it doesn't matter. But I would have had Iowa. I have the rematch of the regular season between Gonzaga and Iowa. But yeah.
Okay, so that leaves us with Gonzaga, USC. Sorry, does USC have enough to take down Gonzaga? I also don't think so. So I got to roll with Gonzaga there. Jet, I'll go to you.
Zags.
Paul.
Zags for sure.
Jacob.
Yeah, Zags. Too deep.
Davis.
Gonzaga.
Clean sweep of Gonzaga heading to the Final Four. Boy, what a really spicy pick we had there of Gonzaga heading to the Final Four. I'm sure a lot of people think that we're just going to be taking favorites here, but no, I just think that there's a lot of teams there with a lot of question marks, and Gonzaga's the only constant that doesn't. So then we head over to the East region. Michigan taking on Texas Southern. I've got Michigan. Can I just lock in Michigan?
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yep.
Okay. Then we've got LSU versus St Bonaventure. This one people have been pretty divided on. I'll start things off by taking the Bonnies. Jacob, I'll go to you.
I've got the Tigers in this one. I don't claim to be a huge expert on the matter, but I'm just going with the conference I know.
Okay, Jet.
St Bonaventure.
Paul.
I'm going to go with LSU. I'm much like Jacob. I just watched them a few times in the SEC tournament. And, I mean, really, they should be the SEC champs. I mean, that ball's halfway down. I don't know how that plays for them. And I know the Bonnies are a pretty good basketball team, but give me LSU.
Davis, you have the deciding vote here. We're divided 2-2.
Yeah, if anyone read my article from yesterday, they would know who I'm taking here. LSU is the worst defensive team in this bracket. That's why I'm going with the Bonnies.
Gotcha.
The Bonnies advancing. So there we go. We've got an 8 and a 9 through our first two 8-9 matchup. It's almost like they're split every year or something. Then we go to number 5, Colorado, taking on the Big East Darlings. That is Georgetown, led by Patrick Ewing. I'll start things off with the Georgetown upset. Davis, I'll go to you.
Give me Patrick Ewing. He's going to keep it rolling. At least one more game.
2-0 already. Paul, I'll go to you next.
I mean, just to keep it interesting, I'll bang the drum because Kenny didn't. I can't believe he didn't bang it today. But, we all know if it comes down to free throws where Colorado's at, right, Kenny?
Yeah, no,
Number 2.
Colorado's pretty good at those, I've heard.
Yeah, number 2. So give me Colorado just to keep the conversation going. But I love this Georgetown story. I do. I really do.
Jet?
We're putting them through Georgetown.
Oh, and Jacob, where would you have gone with this one?
I would have been with the Buffaloes. I think Georgetown is a really good story, and I'm rooting for them, honestly. But I think it's the Big East run is a bit of a mirage to me. That's just me.
Yeah.
No, I agree. That Villanova game, you get 2 healthy players, and they're probably not getting out of the quarters of the Big East tournament. But we'll see. Then we got that 4 matchup. We got Florida State taking on NC Greensboro. I'm rolling with Florida State there. Jacob, I'll go back to you.
I had, as I said before, Colorado, and give me NC Greensboro at the 5-13.
Ooh, 5-13 there. Davis, I'll go to you next.
I'm going with Florida State.
Paul?
I love the Seminoles. I love Leonard Hamilton. I love the Seminoles. Give me the Florida State.
And Jet, what would your vote have been?
Yeah, I will also take the Seaman Holes.
Slight mispronunciation there. Then we head over to that 6 versus 11 game, which we still don't know who the 11 is because we got Michigan State and UCLA tonight. I'm rolling with BYU either way. Jet, I'll go back to you.
I like the Mormons here. Give me BYU.
Jacob, I'll go to you.
Brigham Young.
Wow. Clean sweep. Davis, what would yours have been?
The Mormons.
Okay. And Paul?
Yeah, I would have been the same with you guys.
Wow. All right. We got BYU. I didn't expect that to be a clean sweep. I thought they would get through, but five rip. Then we've got Texas, Abilene Christian. I'm rolling with Texas. Paul, what about you?
Same here, Texas.
Davis?
Texas is one of the most overrated teams. They have a bad shooting night. They are going to lose. Give me Abilene Christian.
Jet, what about you?
Abilene Christian comes into the tournament with the second most influence from Jesus Christ, but I got to go with Texas.
I don't know. Sister Jean saying that she's not taking Loyola all the way. I don't know. Maybe Abilene Christian moved up.
Yeah.
Jacob, who you got in this one?
Yeah, I like Davis. I'm not super high on Texas, but give me them at least in this first round for sure.
Okay. Then we head over to Uconn, Maryland. Jacob, I'll go back to you to start.
Connecticut. I think they have the best player on the floor.
Okay. Davis?
Maryland has the most losses in this tournament field. Give me Uconn with James Bouknight.
Jet?
Uconn, but I'm not happy with either of these teams, especially Connecticut. They should be way better than they are.
Paul?
Yeah, I'm going with UConn. You guys decided it for me the other night. So that way, if they lose, I get to blame all you guys.
Okay, I'll say Maryland, so that way if we get it wrong, then I can blame all you guys for voting there. So Uconn advances. We got Alabama versus Iona.
There we go.
A 2 versus a 15. Chad, I'm going to start with you.
I mean, the idea of the 15 Iona getting through is very fun, and I can see the reasoning behind it, but I'm still going to go with Alabama.
Davis, I'll go to you.
Jet, you were wrong about Abilene Christian having the second most, whatever. Because I think Rick Pitino has the second most with Iona. But I'm going to go with Alabama here.
I'm sure Rick Pitino does, yeah.
He does.
Paul, I'll go to you.
Give me Bama. As much as I love Rick Pitino. I would love to see Rick Pitino hang around for the weekend in Indianapolis and cause all kinds of chaos.
Yeah, this is a game I could see being a bit more back and forth than people are thinking, and I think Iona might make Alabama sweat a bit, but roll tide, give me Bama.
Okay, so since we already selected Bama, I'm going to say Iona, just because.
Keep it consistent. I love it.
Just kidding. Then we got Michigan taking on St Bonaventure. I'm rolling with the Bonnies to upset Michigan, who are missing livers for this tournament. Jacob, I'll go to you.
I got the Wolverines in this one.
Jet?
I like the Bonnies to beat the weakest one seed in the tournament.
Davis?
Wait, they're playing Illinois? No. I think they get through the Bonnies, but we'll see in the Sweet 16. We'll see what they do in the Sweet 16.
Okay, so that makes it a split. Paul, you got to be the decider. Are we going upset over to 1, or is Michigan going to make it to the Sweet 16?
I have them going to the Sweet 16.
Okay, Michigan advances. Then we got Florida State taking on Georgetown. I got to roll with the Seminoles. Paul, who you got?
Florida State.
Jet?
I'll take Florida State in this one.
Jacob?
Again, I would have had the 5-13, and I think I actually had UNC Greensboro, crazy enough as it is, going to the Sweet 16. So give me the Hoyas in an upset.
Okay, and Davis?
Seminoles.
Okay, so we got the 1-4 up top. Then we got BYU taking on Texas. I'm going to Texas. Davis says Texas is overrated. So does that mean you're taking BYU?
I'm going with the Mormons all the way. They can't play on Sunday, so this will be a Monday matchup. Texas hates playing on Mondays, so give me the Mormons.
Yeah, give me Brigham Young. I think this is when Texas falls. We see an upset.
Jet?
I think BYU is the better team out of the two, so I'll take BYU.
Damn. Paul, who would you have gone with?
I would roll with Texas, but
All right.
That's
BYU,
fine.
6 seed advancing, second 3 seed to fall in the round of 32.
Quick question.
yeah,
Yeah?
dead.
Okay, we'll get back to his question. Uconn versus Bama.
Here we go. Am I back?
Hey.
Yep.
Okay. What was your record against Texas this year? West Virginia.
But at WVU, 1-1.
Okay.
Right?
So just like Kansas. Okay.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to know.
Okay. I'm going to roll with Bama over Uconn, even though I would have had Iona had you guys,
Yeah.
gone
Yeah.
with Iona.
You're right.
Paul, who you got?
Bama, because I honestly have no idea what that Connecticut Maryland game looks like. So Bama.
Jet?
Bama.
Davis? Jacob?
Roll Tide.
There you go.
There he is.
Yeah, regardless if it's Yukon or Maryland, for me, I think Bama rolls.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got in the Sweet 16, we've got number 1 versus number 4 and the 6 versus the 2. So we'll start with Michigan, Florida State. I'm taking the Seminoles. Paul, who you got?
This is where I have them falling. Give me Florida State.
Okay, Jet.
How dead is Livers? Would he be back by the next weekend?
I don't think so. I think if they're
Okay.
ruling him out this early, then I can't see
Assuming-
another week.
Assuming Livers is out, I will take Florida State.
Okay, Davis. Oh,
I'm rolling with the Seminoles here. Going to
Okay.
the Elite Eight.
Jacob.
Yeah, I guess that concludes it. But again, I think Florida State's fraudulent, man. I would have had the Wolverines.
Okay. That's fair for sure. Then we got BYU versus Bama. I'm going to roll with BYU here. Jacob, I'll go to you.
Give me the Tide.
Roll Tide, eh? Davis.
Roll Tide.
Okay. Jet
Yeah, I'm gonna go Bama here.
and Paul.
Bama.
Okay. So that leaves us with Florida State taking on Alabama. I'm going to roll with Florida State. Jet,
Flow State.
Paul.
The Seminoles.
Wow. It's already decided. Jacob, you said they were fraudulent, so I'm assuming you would have went with Bama here.
You are correct.
Davis, you would have went with Bama.
Nope. Florida State, Final Four.
Wow. All righty. So that gives us a Gonzaga, Florida State on the left side of the bracket. At least we have a 4 seed there.
Yeah.
That spices things up a little bit. So now we're going to head over. We're going to be talking right side of the bracket. We're not getting to it yet, but Josh Elliott tells us don't let Davis pick the OK State game. Now we do have Baylor taking on Hartford. I'm assuming that we can roll with the 1 seed here.
Yeah. Yep.
Shout out to Hartford for making the tournament,
Yes.
but you're taking on a juggernaut here. Then we got that UNC game. Will Latham writes in, UNC, baby, let's go. So I'm going to go to you first, Jacob. I'm assuming you're rolling with your boys here.
I will. Yes, I have no confidence in this team this year. They're so Jekyll and Hyde, but I think we can at least get past Wisconsin.
Okay, Jet.
I wish to abstain from this pick.
Okay, well, if you have to be the decider, though, then you're going to have to weigh in. Paul.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
I'm taking North Carolina. You guys have convinced me all week that they're going to control the board. So, I'm going to take North Carolina here.
Davis, can you pick Wisconsin so we can make Jet make the decision?
Dead.
Davis.
Are you alive?
Well, now you have to weigh in, Jet, because I have Wisconsin.
We're assuming Davis picked Wisconsin.
Yeah, so Davis picked Wisconsin, so who are you rolling with?
No, Davis just texted me. He said he's going North Carolina.
Hey.
All right, North Carolina advances. I know he didn't text you, but we're going to have to go with them. Okay, wait, Davis is back. Who's your pick, Davis? Oh, my God.
What is happening?
Davis, who do you have, Wisconsin or North Carolina? Okay, you're going to have to comment it. We'll come back to that one.
Yeah.
Villanova-Winthrop. We got Villanova, the 5, missing 2 of their better players, taking on Winthrop. I'm still rolling with Nova. Jacob, who you got?
I agree with you on this one, Kenny. I have the Villanova Wildcats.
Jet?
I like Winthrop here.
Paul?
Well, I said in my article when I wrote it up that Villanova is really missing those 2 players. And as much as I love Jay Wright, I'm going to go with Winthrop.
Well, that leaves us at a 2-2 divide. With Davis there, we don't know if he's alive. Davis.
I'm here.
There you go.
Okay, UNC or Wisconsin?
I'm going with Wisconsin. They're the more
Jet.
and in the better the conference.
Okay, Jet, who you got?
I'm not picking them on my own bracket, but for the sake of BCMG, I'll pick North Carolina.
Okay, so they advance. Davis, Nova or Winthrop?
Winthrop.
All right, the 12 advances. Then we head over to Purdue, North Texas. I had the 13 here in North Texas. Jacob, who you got?
Give me the Boilermakers.
Okay. Davis.
Give me the Mean Green of North Texas.
2-1 North Texas. Jet, who you going with?
Oh, man. Purdue's so fucking average, but like, you know what? Screw it. Mean Green. Let's do it.
All right. North Texas is advancing. Paul, who would you have had?
I got another 12-13 here. I just think every year we see one of these teams make it to the Sweet 16, and it's got to come out of one of these 2 regions. So,
okay, a little bit of comedy for you here. Will Latham messaged Davis texted me and said UNC, and he immediately had to retract, saying maybe he didn't text me with that Wisconsin pick.
At 802 and 803.
Okay, then we got Texas Tech, Utah State. I'm rolling with the Red Raiders. Jet, who you got?
Yeah, I'm right with you.
Paul?
Yeah, give me Texas Tech.
Davis?
McClung.
Okay,
Yeah.
Jacob?
I would have had the upset.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can see it.
I can see it as well. And I hate because I really had Texas Tech going far in a lot of my brackets, but man, that first game, it's a terrifying one for me. Then we got Arkansas Colgate. This is an upset that I've seen from a few people, so I'm going to get us started off with that minty Colgate. Jacob, who are you going with?
Razorbacks. Give me Arkansas and Moody.
Davis?
We all know we use Crest. No one uses Colgate Okay, Colgate is the most overrated team, even though it looks like it on analytics that they're one of the best teams. Kenny, do you want me to tell you what they end up in an analytical bracket?
No, I don't.
The championship game. They end up in the championship game if you pick an analytical bracket.
Well, you never know.
So give me the Razorbacks.
You
It is the
never know.
madness. Jet, who you got?
never know.
I want to put the pressure on someone else, so give me Colgate.
All right, Paul, who you got?
It's Arkansas. I'm not going.
Oh, man.
I'm not going 12, 13, 14. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's
You're
fair.
right.
We already
You know
do
what
have
I
the
mean?
12-13, so
Yeah.
let's maybe
Yeah.
temper these upset
Yeah.
expectations.
Yeah.
Florida, Virginia Tech, V tier frauds for me, so I'm going Florida. Davis, who you got?
I agree with you as well. Trey Mann. Give me Florida.
Jacob?
This is a pick just based on conference for me. I know the ACC was down this year. The SEC, ACC are kind of even, but I got Vautech.
Okay. Jet?
I think they're both frauds, but one team has a guy, so give me Florida.
That's a fair point. Paul, who you got?
Yeah, I feel like Jet does, but weirdest line of the week I've seen so far. It's the Florida's a 1-point dog, so somebody thinks something, but give me Florida.
Yeah, I would probably be hammering that Florida money line.
I already have.
And then we got Ohio State, Oral Roberts. I'm going to kick things off with Oral Roberts. Jacob, who you got?
I mean, hell, let's make it interesting. Let's go with ORU. I wrote on Max
Okay, we
Adams,
got two
leading
rip.
scorer in the NC Dub. Like, let's go.
Davis?
Can I defer my pick until the last?
I know
Oh,
what
no.
that means.
Jet, who you got?
Wow. I got to go Ohio State. They've had one of the hardest schedules all year.
Paul?
The same. I'm gonna roll the Buckeyes, even though I'd love to see them lose in the first round.
I think I know where Davis is going. What's the tiebreaker?
You know what? I'm going to go with the team I've seen in person and almost beat my Cowboys. Give me ORU.
15. So I'd just like to point out the South is a 12, a 13, and a 15 coming out of the South. So that is
They almost had
absolutely
a
Hey,
14.
Kenny, you said it. You said that we'll see the most upsets this year, and that's what we're doing in this bracket.
I'm just surprised that we got to a 15 upset in the BCMG bracket. I figured, one of us has the crazy thought, me with Iona, but the fact that we got 3 people on Oral Roberts, all right. Baylor, UNC.
Real quick.
Yep.
Max Adams, the leading scorer in the NCAA.
Yes, he
He
is.
go off for 40, and I mean, it's done. So I mean, there's logic to this pick. So
It can happen. I'm going Baylor. Jacob, who you got?
In some of my homer brackets that are like, hard overhead, I have North Carolina somehow pulling this out, but let's be honest, they're going to get blown off the floor. So give me Baylor.
Davis?
Baylor.
Okay, that decides it. But Paul, who you got?
Baylor.
Jet?
Sick'em Bears.
Yep. Yep.
All right, we got the 12-13. Winthrop, North Texas. I'm rolling with Winthrop. Jet, who you got?
If this game happens, Winthrop might win by 1 million.
Okay, so Winthrop. Paul?
I'm sticking with Winthrop. I have that exact matchup. So
All right, Jacob, who you got?
Yeah, I had the 5-4, but since you're the 12-13 in the BCMG bracket, I'm going with the team I know more, which is Winthrop.
yeah.
Yeah, you had the 4-5. Wow, what an idiot. Davis, who you got?
Well, this is actually my Sweet 16 pick, and that's Winthrop. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Texas Tech, Arkansas. I'm rolling with the Red Raiders. Davis, who you got?
Arkansas, because Arkansas is better than Texas Tech by a long shot. I'm right in the must bus. The Final Four.
Jacob?
But give me Arkansas right here.
Red Raiders are fraudulent. Give me Arkansas.
Jet?
I will take the Oakland Raiders.
All right, Paul. 2-2.
I like Texas Tech.
Texas Tech advances as the 6th. And then we have Oral Roberts versus Florida. I'm going to roll with Florida. Paul, who you got?
Look, if we're rolling 15, then I'm just going to give me Oral Roberts. Like,
Jack, who you got?
you know what I mean? Like, if we're rolling 15, we're rolling to the Sweet 16.
If Oral Roberts can beat Ohio State, they might just sweep the entire floor with Florida. So, yeah, Oral Roberts.
Okay, Jacob.
I love Jets' logic there. Like, I'm the same way. If this, lo and behold, this matchup actually happens, give me ORU.
Or ORU's going to be advancing. Davis, who would your pick have been?
Yeah, I got a question for you. Do y'all know where Oral Roberts is located?
No.
Yeah, in Oral. You've asked me this before. It's in Oral.
Is Roberts not a state?
It is located 30 minutes from my house. It is in Tulsa, Oklahoma. But
Okay.
give me Oral Roberts.
You could have given me 1,000 attempts to guess where that is, and I would not have guessed it. But ORU is advancing. Baylor versus Winthrop. I got Baylor here. Davis, who you got?
Let's make it interesting. Give me Winthrop.
Winthrop. Jet, who you got?
Got the claw. Sick 'em Bears.
Paul, who you got?
Give me Baylor here.
All right, Baylor's advancing. Jacob, who would you have had?
I would have the Bears as well.
Yeah, and that 4-5 too. Wow. Texas Tech, the 6, taking on Oral Roberts, the 15. I've got Texas Tech. Jacob, who you got?
Oral Roberts, man. Max Adams is going. He's going to the Elite Eight.
Davis.
You know what? Oral Roberts, the deepest run in this tournament,
Can we end this madness?
was in the Elite Eight in the 70s. So I'm rolling with Oral Roberts to go there again.
Paul, please bring some remnants back. To
I'm gonna go Texas Tech. That's where it is.
Oh,
Jet.
Where's your
Once you go
logic,
past the weekend,
Paul,
once you
your
go past the
logic.
weekend, all the magic goes away.
Paul, your logic.
Jet.
Ohio State, they can roll through Florida.
No, I can't do it. It's got to end. Texas Tech.
Okay. Also, Will was sure to let us know that it's located in the south region of the bracket. So
Perfect.
we got a geographer. We got a Big 12 Elite 8 matchup. Baylor, Texas Tech. I'm going to go with Texas Tech. Jet?
Me too.
Paul?
Bears.
All right, Davis.
They wiped the floor with them twice this year. Mac McClung, I think, scored a combined 20 points in the 2 games. Give me the Bears.
Sounds like McClung's due for 40. Jacob?
I don't care if he goes off for 35. Give me the Bears. Texas Tech was out in the first round, remember?
Yep.
Yeah.
Baylor advances to the Final Four. You boring guys with your 1 seed when we've only got a 12, a 13, and a 15
We almost had
heading
Oral
to the
Roberts
Sweet 16.
Yeah. Jesus.
Wow. Yeah, any credibility that we had about the bracket heading into this, we just flushed it down the toilet in like 4 minutes. So good job, guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Good job.
Takes us to the Midwest region. We can all roll with Illinois, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep. Give us the Dragons. Yep.
Loyola Chicago and Sister Jean taking on Georgia Tech. I got Georgia Tech. Davis? Who's that?
I'm just kidding. No, Georgia Tech is actually without their best player. He just tested positive for COVID today. He's not going to be playing. Give me Loyola Chicago, especially because they have God on their side. So.
Yeah, and I knew that. That's why I said Loyola Chicago. Jacob?
Having God on their side aside, even with if their best player was going, I had Loyola Chicago in most of my brackets, so give me that.
Paul?
Yeah, same. I had Loyola going in most of my brackets.
It's going to be very hard for Loyola Chicago to beat Illinois if they don't get to the game, so I'll have them winning this game.
Right.
Yeah. Glad we all took Loyola Chicago and no one said Georgia Tech.
Hmm.
We move on to that 5-12 game. Tennessee taking on Oregon State. I'm going to finally have a 5-seed winning, so I'm going to go Tennessee. Jet?
Yeah, I will take the fraud Tennessee Volunteers.
Paul?
I'm the same. I like Tennessee. I liked them all year.
Davis?
Oregon State.
Jacob?
It doesn't matter, but I would have 12 as well.
So glad that we finally picked a 5. Can we finally have a 5-4 as well?
Yes.
I think
Yes.
I'm going to take Liberty, Davis.
I hate you. You know what? I'll take Duke here. Oh, wait. Never mind. My bad. But no, I got
You can't take
my
Duke. What a
Cowboys.
stupid pick. Jacob, you're up.
Okay, State.
Jet?
Yeah, give me Liberty.
I hate you.
Paul?
Oklahoma State.
Damn it.
Oh,
wow.
God.
Can't believe we were so close to that Liberty upset. Let me tell you. San Diego State taking on Syracuse. I'm taking the 11 Syracuse. Jet?
San Diego State for me.
Paul?
San Diego State for me.
Jacob?
Not the apple, but the orange.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Davis?
Oh wow! I guess I'm the deciding factor here.
Yeah.
Syracuse did it a couple years ago, but they're not going to do it this year. San Diego State's just too good a team.
That makes me sad that Buddy Boeheim gets no love
Yeah.
on this show.
Yeah.
West Virginia versus Moorhead State. I got Moorhead State. Paul, who you got?
West Virginia.
Jet, who you got?
I will take West Virginia.
Jacob?
Mountain Mama. West
Right.
Virginia.
Davis?
Did you say me?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Moorhead State was my favorite team to bet on. I went 10-1 with the spread, and I'm going to go 11-1 this time because they're going to cover, but I'm not going to win West Virginia.
I agree with that.
So sad. If my team can't win, no one's team can win. Rutgers taking on Clemson. I'm rolling with Connor Pedersen's Clemson. Jet.
I am not rolling with Connor Pedersen's Clemson. Rutgers.
Paul.
God, I'm going to roll with Clemson just for Connor. Hopefully he stays the weekend there.
Jacob.
This is picking straws for me. Give me Clemson.
Ooh, they're going to be advancing. Davis, who did you have?
Rutgers. Sorry, Connor.
Yeah.
Great job. Great Clemson pick, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, Davis and Jet, you're
All right.
dead to Connor, but that's fine.
All right, let's not
Houston
pick
versus
Cleveland
Cleveland
State here.
State. Anyone
Let's not
taking
pick
Cleveland State here?
No.
Today I was actually told that I was stupid for not picking Cleveland State. So yeah, give me Houston.
Was it from a Cleveland State student?
No.
Right, because there's
Yeah.
only like 40 of them on Twitter. Illinois versus Loyola Chicago in the round of 32. I'm rolling with Illinois. Jet.
Loyola Chicago.
Paul.
I was all set to pick Loyola, and then you know what? Sister Jean dipped out on them, so my Illinois.
Jacob.
Yeah, Sister Jean can take a hike. You're not even confident in your own team. Like they don't have her backing them fully. They're going to crumble. Illinois.
She was dead weight anyways.
Davis.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Jet. No one remember that she didn't take them to the Final Four 2018 either. I mean, they went to the Final Four. They have God, okay? And Illinois has somewhat of a devil on their sideline. And Brad Underwood. Give me Loyola Chicago.
Well, it's a good thing that Illinois is advancing. Oklahoma State taking on Tennessee. Give me Tennessee. Paul, who you got?
I like Oak State here.
Jet,
I
who
like
you got?
Oklahoma State.
Yeah, I just really enjoy the Tennessee Volunteers. They're absolutely not frauds, and I'm going to take Tennessee
No,
here.
you do not.
Davis.
Okay, Jet. I mean, not Jet. Kenny, you took OSU against Tennessee first time. I mean, why are you asking me who I'm taking?
Well, I've just had a change of heart is all. Jacob, who you got?
Is it 2-2 right now, or are we?
It is 2-2.
Oh, I mean,
Jacob?
yeah, I got. I would have had Oregon State in this game. I think regardless, OK State gets past either Tennessee or Oregon State.
Okay, you guys sicken me. San Diego State taking on West Virginia. I'm rolling with San Diego State. Paul, who you got?
Give me one more for West Virginia.
Jet, who you got?
San Diego State.
Jacob.
I'm gonna leave this to Davis and say West Virginia.
Oh, Davis, who you got? San Diego State or West Virginia?
Country roads. There we go. Take us to the Sweet 16.
Yeah.
Clemson versus Houston. I got Clemson. Jet, who you got?
Houston.
Paul.
Houston.
Jacob.
Kenny, you fool! It's Houston.
Sad. Davis.
Houston.
We got to have one chalk bracket.
This sucks. Illinois is going to beat Oklahoma State. Paul, who you got?
Yikes.
I like Illinois in this game.
Jet.
Yikes.
Oklahoma State.
Davis.
Oklahoma State, just because we can beat about anyone. If we can beat Baylor, we can beat anyone, except maybe
Jacob.
Baylor. But
Again, I'm
Also,
gonna. What?
let me remind you. Let me take a free pick. Brad Underwood left Oklahoma State due to a FBI scandal. Just putting that out there. Okay.
Okay. I'm not going to let Davis try and sway your point, so I put him on mute. Jacob, you got to be
No,
unbiased
it's all good.
here.
It's all good. If I'm being unbiased, Illinois.
Sad. West Virginia, Houston. I got Houston. Paul, who you got?
This is where West Virginia usually folds. So give me Houston.
Jet.
Houston.
Jacob.
Houston. Cougars.
Davis. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter, so we'll go Houston there because Davis is still muted. Illinois taking on Houston. I got Houston coming out of this side of the bracket. Jacob.
In a good chunk of my brackets, I do as well. I'm with you on that. Give me the Cougars again.
Jet.
Houston.
Wow.
Ooh.
Paul.
I mean, I just like inside outside that Illinois has, but it doesn't really matter. So we're going Houston.
Davis, who would you have had in that game?
I would have had Oklahoma State, but
Right.
I would have had West Virginia.
Okay. So
No,
Houston?
Yeah, give me Houston.
So that gives us the BCMG Final Four. Gonzaga, Florida State, Baylor, and Houston. 2 1 seeds, a 2 and a 4. Not bad. I'm pretty impressed, guys. Overall, very solid selections. Now we get down to the nitty-gritty of who's going to be in that national title game. So we'll start with Gonzaga, Florida State. Jacob, I'll go to you.
I think you guys are mad. Florida State does not make it this far. Give me Gonzaga.
Davis.
In my official bracket, I have Florida State in the national title game, beating Gonzaga.
Wow. Okay, so we got a 1-1 split. Paul.
And give me the Zags. They're just too deep. They're too deep and too talented.
Jet. Is Jet frozen? Jet.
Yeah, he's froze.
Jet was
No,
going
he's,
to Florida
he's
State.
moving.
There he is. There he
Moving
goes.
around. And he's got Lega. I'm
Texting.
assuming that's Gonzaga. So
There you
Jet
go.
picks Gonzaga. It means my pick doesn't matter, but I would have gone with Gonzaga as well. So that gives us Gonzaga making the final. Boy, real original, guys.
All right.
Then we got Baylor and Houston. I'm going to roll with Baylor. We didn't get this game earlier in the year, so I think if we got it as a national title game, it'd be a real treat. Jet. Jet is still unable to hear. Paul.
Bears. Give me the Bears in this one. I don't know. I don't have a lot of confidence in Houston to get this far.
Jacob.
Whereas I do. Don't ask me why. But hey,
Okay.
give me the Cougars.
I think it'd be great for college basketball if you had
be
two
great.
smaller conference teams get there.
Yep.
But Davis.
Houston, because Baylor has not been the same since their COVID pause. Sorry, since they've lost 2 games.
No,
So
he's
that's
right.
a 2-2 with Jet having the deciding.
Jet needs to text in his pick.
Yep.
Jet, I just
Houston.
put up the Bear.
Oh, he picked Houston.
Houston. There you go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, throw back to the Hakeem days.
You're right.
Now, Gonzaga, number 1, taking on Houston, the 2 seed. 2 small schools. Jet, I'll start with you. Who wins the national championship?
The Bulldogs go undefeated.
Paul.
I mean, I think they would run over Houston. I mean, I really do. I mean, the only thing that would stop them in that game is the pressure of going undefeated.
Yeah. Jacob.
Again, I'm really high on Houston, but yeah, this matchup scares me if this were to transpire. So give me the Zags. They got too much for the Cougars.
Davis.
I'm gonna zig while you guys zag. See what I did there?
Yeah.
Give me Houston.
Well, it doesn't really matter. I would take Gonzaga to win that game. Overall, I just think they're the deepest team in the country. They've shown it all year. They've beaten quality teams. I think they really benefit from the side of the bracket that they're on to begin with. And then when you get to the Final Four, if they don't get a Michigan or a Bama or an Illinois, teams like that, I think they win the national championship pretty easily. Final score, how many points will the Zags score? Jet, I'll
100.
start with you.
69.
Paul.
85.
Jacob.
Let's split the difference. What's the 16? 77.
77. Kate. Davis.
100.
Okay. I'll say 80. I think 80 is about as close as we'll get between all of us.
Yeah.
So we got 80 for Gonzaga. Houston, Jet, how many?
69.
Didn't they score 96 against Kansas?
I'm going to agree with Jet. 69.
Jacob.
68.
Oh, Davis.
We'll go with 45.
45.
100 to 45.
Okay, well then, if he's going 45, I got to even it out so it ends up being 69. So we'll say they score 90 somehow. So I guess that evens out to be 69.
Yes.
We've got an 80 to 69. Nice final for the official BCMG bracket. So we'll do a quick review before we sign off. We've got a 12 in the Midwest and a 10 as our upsets. When we head down and talk about the East, we've got a 9, a 12, and that's it. When we look at the Midwest, no upsets in the Midwest. We're assuming that all the favorites are going to be there. And then absolute chaos in the South with 12, 13, and 15. Wow, is that a bracket?
14.
Oh, Robert should be in the Elite Eight.
If we're going to pick a Gonzaga bracket, you have to have chaos somewhere.
Right.
So, I mean, if we get it right, then, right?
It's genius level stuff.
It's absolute genius all around.
Right.
But that caps things off for the Blue Collar Media Group official bracket. Be sure to go and sign up before the games tip off tomorrow. We've got over 250 entrants before we hopped on here tonight. We're trying to push that past 300, so be sure to sign off. But I'm going to give you guys all a sign off and where people can find you on social media. Paul, I'll start with you.
You can find me on Twitter at SteelCurtainPEH. Go over, check out all these guys' work. They've been killing themselves for about the last week. Doing the snippets for you guys. Still have time to enter that bracket. $200 free to the winner. So get them in there, guys.
Chet, I'll go to you next.
You can find me at Frostbite Pod on Twitter as well as on Facebook, Frostbite Sports Podcast. Like they said, sign up. It's a free entry. Might as well. You're going to be in a million pools anyways. Might as well join ours. And looking forward to tomorrow, boys.
Jacob, where can they find you at home?
Yeah, on Twitter at JacobCar2280. And like my fellows have said, to join the bracket. It's free to do. There's prizes for first to third. Why wouldn't you? Get on it.
And I'm your host of tonight's proceedings, Kenneth Cotterill. Thank you all for joining us over the last number of days as we've broken down all of March Madness for you. Hopefully our knowledge can definitely translate into some winning brackets for you guys. I mean, if you're high on Iona and Oral Roberts, then let me tell you, you're going to look real good following some of these selections. Thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you guys next time.